Peter's fireworks. Peter was getting excited, like all the other boys and girls in his class, because firework night was coming near. The children were building a bonfire in the field outside the school, and they were saving up too for all kinds of fireworks. Alan was collecting the money to buy the fireworks. Any boy or girl who had a penny or two to spare gave them to Alan, and he put the money into a tin box. Then, the day before November the 5th, all the children were going to the big toy shop to buy as many different fireworks as they could. "Then we can all share them," said Alan. "Do you know, we've got 5 shillings and 3 already." "Peter hasn't given us a single penny yet," said Mary, looking at Peter. "Perhaps he hasn't got any to give," said Jane kindly. "Oh, yes, he has," said Ken. "He spent 6pence, fancy 6pence, on sweets yesterday." "He didn't give me one," said Alan, who loved sweets. "Nor me either," said Ken. "You do hate sharing your things, don't you, Peter?" Peter went red. It was quite true. He did hate sharing his things. He liked to take a bag of sweets and hide in a corner and eat them all up. He hated lending his books. He didn't like lending his tricycle. "Well, at any rate, you might spare some money for our fireworks collection," said Alan. "Don't you want to share in our fireworks, Peter? If you don't pay any pennies towards them, we shan't let you share them." "I should jolly well think not," said Ken. "Why should we pay in our pennies and let selfish people like Peter share? He can go without." "Well, I shan't mind," said Peter spitefully. "My uncle is sending me a 10-shilling box of mixed fireworks. So there. Ha! I should have more than you have between 7 of you. That's why I'm not putting any pennies into your silly little tin." "A 10-shilling box?" said Ken in amazement. "I say, you ought to have some pretty good fireworks in that. I wonder if you have any of those new crash-bang thuds. They're marvellous." "I'm sure to have those," said Peter, his nose in the air. "It'll be fun seeing them," said Jane. "You won't see them," said Peter rudely. "Do you suppose I should bring my wonderful 10-shilling box to your silly old bonfire and let them off there? No, I shan't. I shall let them all off in my own garden." "But your house is right at the other end of the town, and we shan't see the fireworks from here," said Mary. "I don't want you to," said Peter. "I should have them all to myself." He stalked off. Everybody looked after him. "Selfish thing," said Alan. "Oh well, never mind. We may get enough money to buy just as many fireworks as he has in his 10-shilling box. And anyway, those boxes never have enough of the little fireworks. Now, has anybody another halfpenny or penny to put into our firework box?" The day came at last to buy the fireworks. The 7 children, together with their parents, trooped off to the shop. The things they bought: rockets, Roman candles, jumping squibs, golden rain, Catherine wheels, 2 crash-bang thuds, and dozens of other fireworks. Imagine what you would buy with 7 shillings and a penny, and you'll know just what Alan and the others bought. "My word," said Alan, outside the shop. "We have got a fine lot. Oh, look, there's Peter. Hi, Peter. Come and see our fine fireworks." Peter hardly looked at them. "Pooh," he said. "You should see my 10-shilling box. It's got dozens of fireworks, far more than that silly little collection of yours. I'll bring my box to show you this afternoon." "We don't want to see it, thank you," said Ken angrily. But that didn't make any difference. Peter brought his big box that afternoon to show the other children. They had made up their minds not to look at it at all, but the fireworks were so beautifully arranged in the box and looked so wonderful that really the children couldn't help admiring them. Peter was proud and pleased. "Oh, do come to the bonfire tomorrow night and let your fireworks off with ours, so that we can see them," begged Jane. "Certainly not," said Peter. He shut the box and put it under his arm to carry home. He set off down the road. Mary went with him, for her home was not far from Peter's. Now, on the way, the children had to pass over a bridge that crossed a river. Today, there was a strange-looking barge on the river, and the two children stopped on the bridge to watch it passing underneath. Peter put his box of fireworks on the stone wall of the bridge, and then jumped up to sit there. But, as he jumped, he knocked his box of fireworks, and before either he or Mary could catch the box, it fell over the bridge, and down, down, down it went into the river. Splash! The water closed over the precious box. Peter stared down as if he couldn't believe his eyes. Mary was full of horror. "Peter," she whispered, "Peter, your fireworks!" A man came up. He had seen the box falling, and he asked what it was. "It's Peter's fireworks," said Mary, with tears in her eyes. "Fireworks?" said the man. "Oh, what a pity. I was going to say that I could perhaps fish up anything like a hat or a bag, but it wouldn't be any good fishing up a box of fireworks. As soon as they get wet, fireworks are no use. Bad luck." "Oh, Peter, I'm so sorry for you," said Mary. Peter didn't say a word. He tried not to cry. He rushed off home to his mother, and Mary heard him gulping as he went, trying not to sob. It was dreadful. The next day was Bonfire Day. The children could hardly sit still in school. Mary had told the others what had happened to Peter's fireworks, but nobody except Jane had been kind. "Serves him right," said Alan. "Just what he deserves," said Ken. Now that night, the 7 children and their parents met around their bonfire. Alan's father carried their lovely collection of fireworks and a box of matches. "You can set light to the bonfire, Alan, because you helped us to save our money," said Jane. "Oh, it's going to be a grand one," said Ken. "Do you suppose Peter will see it from his house? He won't have any of his own fireworks to watch now." Everyone was silent, thinking of Peter. Nobody liked him very much. But they were generous-hearted children, and it wasn't very nice thinking that Peter had no fireworks. "Couldn't we tell him he can come and just watch ours?" said Jane, who was always the first one to be kind. "Well, I don't see why not," said Alan. "It was bad luck losing all his fireworks like that. Though mind you, it served him right." "Oh yes, it did," agreed everyone. They all felt pleased that Peter was to be asked to come. Ken set out at a run to fetch him. He knocked at Peter's door. Peter opened it. "I say, Peter, come along and see our bonfire and fireworks," said Ken. "Hurry, because Alan's just going to light the bonfire." "Oh, how lovely!" cried Peter. He shouted to his mother, put on his coat, and tore off with Ken, feeling very happy. He had been so miserable before, because his mother had been cross about his lost fireworks and wouldn't buy him any more. What fun the children had! The bonfire blazed up to the sky, and the old guy on the top grinned and toppled into the flames as if he really enjoyed the fun too. The fireworks were grand, and although they hadn't really meant to, the children shared them with Peter, and he waved a sparkler in great delight. When it was all over, Peter went across to Alan. "Thanks ever so much," he said. "I didn't deserve to be asked, I know that. But I've been so happy because you asked me that I know now how mean I was to you. I'll try and make it up to you somehow." "Oh, That's all right, said Alan. And they all went home happy. Peter soon had a chance to show that he meant what he said, for his uncle sent him another 10-shilling box of fireworks when he heard what had happened to the first box. And Peter rushed straight to school with it and showed the fireworks to everyone. "We'll share them all," he said. "You shared with me, and now I can share with you. You were right, Alan. It's much nicer to share than to keep them just for myself." So, they are all going to Peter's garden tonight. Are they lucky?